Are we live?
Hello.
Oh, I think we're live. I think we're live.
We are live.
Welcome, dearly beloveds, to a very special edition of the Sunday School Carnivore. This is going to be a church service brought to you by the team and by our very, very special guest tonight. So I'll do a few introductions of the team. I am Brother George, your 59-year-old carnivore from the St. Saviour's Order of the town of Bridgewater in Somerset. Next to me, I have Mother Superior, Lainey, from the same order of St. Saviour's. She won't be saying much tonight, but she is here to make sure that order is kept in her role of Mother Superior. And she does, in fact, have a beating stick, just in case I get out of order. And as usual, this is brought to you from the Diocese of Carnivore Teacher. And we have the bishop with us, Bishop John Laspina. So he will actually be in overall, absolutely in overall control. And up in the other corner, we have Sister Stephanie from Wales. She is of the Order of St. Trinians. And yes, and a special announcement about Sister Stephanie. It was her birthday yesterday. Now, Sister Stephanie is the only young lady I know who actually lies about her age in the opposite direction, because most ladies like to take 8 years off their age, but she seems to add 20 every time she does it. So anyway, that's one thing about Sister Steph. She has a YouTube channel which is called Happy Health. It used to be called Happy Sexy Health until she took the holy orders, so we've had to lose the sexy bit. And since she gave up the sins of the flesh, like what I call the awful girls do. But anyway, as I said, this is a very special. In that case, Mother Superior will be on your case very shortly, Steph. So, as I said, it's a very special gospel edition of the Sunday School tonight. It is a church service, so please, everybody, behave yourselves. And the guest preacher tonight is none other than the very Reverend Russ I.B. Low Carbon Mitchell, otherwise known as Homesick Buckeye. Mitch comes from, again, the Diocese of Florida, where he has the distinction of being the only other carnivore with the cojones to actually go out and have a meal with Rick Charger Mopar. Now, I know that Rick is in the congregation tonight, and Rick always makes a big point of that fact that he hasn't met any other carnivores apart from Russ. So, and I actually did see the video where they went out and Rick virtually ate was it a Brazilian restaurant? I think, Reverend.
Yeah, it was feeding time at the zoo. And, we got it. Yeah, he got it in there. We were only restrained by time. I don't know how.
Absolutely, yes, I saw it, brother. Anyway, so I'm going to hand you over to the Reverend now, who's going to introduce himself and then talk about his life, his biography, how he came to our space, what he does, and I'm sure that he'll entertain us as he always does on a Tuesday night. So over to you, Russ.
Yes, cheerio. Never spot me. Hey, listen, I'm Russ Mitch. I'm the Homesick Buckeye. Most people in the space know me. Some love me, some hate me, but everybody thinks I'm funny. See, that's where I get you. So, man, I just like to have a good time, enjoying myself with the Carnivore family. I'm not here to educate or inform anybody. If you're looking to me for education and inspiration, God help you. Come get these jokes. Come get these jokes, okay? That's what I got. And so my goal is I can't out doctor anybody or out coach or out nutrition anybody. I just like to have fun with the family and make people laugh and smile, have a good time. And my channel is about community. We do get into a little bit, obviously, about how we live and that sort of stuff, but it's mostly just fun, enjoying ourselves. We're more than what we eat. I like to get to know people, know about their family, their lives, and, we all pretty much eat the same stuff. So that's kind of a little bit about who I am in these YouTube streets. But I'm happy to be here. And I go where I'm invited, man. If people invite me, I show up.
Absolutely. So just before we came on, you were saying that you went to a recent meetup in Ohio. Can you tell us a little bit about the Ohio meetup?
Yes.
I know we had a lot of friends up there.
Oh, yeah. I'm from there, so I was home, and I normally go up every September. It's my routine thing. I've lived here in Florida since 2005. And I go up every September. My family, my dad's up there and all that. And so they called and said they were having a meet up there. I got a call from Adam Lacey, and they're like, "Hey man, we want you to come up and speak and that kind of stuff and hang out with us. It's home." And so I'm like, "Oh man, it's the end of August. I'm going up in September." But I just ended up canceling my September trip and just went up in August instead and had a great time. I always have a great time. I've been to a lot of meetups, a lot of different events. It's always a great time. If you guys ever have a chance to do it, you certainly should, just to be around the family, and everybody's just a lot of love. Everybody's laughing, smiling, having a good time, enjoying each other's company, learning, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, I was able to go up there, had a great time with everybody. Shout out to Carrie and Adam and the Healing Humanity folks, and Dr. Kiltz and Dr. Nelson and so many people there. Just had a great time. Great time.
Oh, that's absolutely wonderful. Yes, I mean, I think all five of us here have been to a meetup, one meet or another, because the UK side of things at the top of the screen, we were all at the Great British Meetup back on August the 2nd, and we had a wonderful time. We had about 140 people there. So that was a great success. And it's wonderful to actually get these meetups going. So I don't know whether you guys have got any more lined up in the not too distant future, but we certainly have for next year, hopefully, which we shall be announcing later. And I believe that, John, do you want to tell us about how you met Russ at Hack Your Health last year?
From my memory, I was at this amazing event in Austin, Texas. I'm really looking forward to the next one, which is November in Tampa. It was just phenomenal in so many ways, the last one. And I remember meeting him and talking to him. And at the time I was taking lyrics. I was changing lyrics to songs. And if you go on my YouTube page, you could see all my carnivore songs. And so Russ sings, and he just comes up with lyrics like that. And so he was singing to me, telling me how he was doing it. And I just remember talking with him a little bit. I talked to a lot of people, but that was it. I think I was at the dinner that Carrie hosted, a fundraiser. I think I saw you there as well. So it was kind of cool to get to see you. Yeah.
We had a great time, man. There were so many people there. It's hard to get to spend as much time as with everybody because it's just so many people, especially at that event. Right. Some of the smaller events, Keto Palooza, Keto Orlando, there's not as many people. It's a little more intimate. There's only maybe 200 or 300 people. You have more time. But when you're at a place like Hack, where there's thousands of people,
it's crazy. Yeah.
It's really tough to get to just really, spend as much time. And there's always people you miss. There's always people like, "Oh, you didn't talk to me." Or, it's like, man, I did the best I could, but there's only so many hours in the day. So only so much time. Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
Yeah, Russ. So I came to Carnivore really by accident because 3.5 years ago tomorrow, I had a pretty disastrous blood test, and I sort of found my way to Carnivore off the back of that through low carb and keto. Do you want to tell us how long you've been in our space and what brought you here in the first place, and how you've developed since then?
Yeah. It's funny because we had our meetup at a comedy club, and I did comedy for a couple of years. And I, one of the things that I said, "Hey, I love being carnivore." I said, "I've been carnivore for 20 minutes now. 20 minutes. I'm like, I'm hoping to make it to a half an hour, but there's an ice cream shop right downstairs. I'm not sure if I can make it, so. But no, I found my way a couple of years ago through keto, and then worked my way. I'm not as carnivore as some. I consider myself carnivore. I have a vegetarian family that will vouch for my credentials on that. I do season and garnish with some vegetables, but I don't really eat many. I don't eat any fruits or grains. And some people are like, "Oh, you grilled some mushrooms and put them on your steak. That's not carnivore." I'm like, get out of here. But I like to be honest and upfront with people. But about what I do, I'm 100% transparent that way. But carnivore, I think for many people is somewhere that I said, another thing I always say, carnivore is like jail. It's not somewhere you plan to go. You just kind of end up there. And I think that's many people's story is they start out like, doing keto, and then they just kind of feel better and better and do more and more, and then end up, carnivore. And so I'm pretty carnivore, and I've been carnivore for about a year. You know, and I was keto for maybe 6 or 8 months before that, and you know, I've lost 60 pounds and kept it off, which is a, you know, my story. Listen, I'm a guy that there's so many better stories than mine. I'm like, I don't think my story is that great, but I will say this, you know, my story is still being written. It's not over yet. And I can honestly say I don't think I'd be here today if I hadn't changed my diet and changed that way. I still have my struggles. It's a continuing fight. It's easier for some people than others, but I got a lot of my life back, and I'm convinced that I don't think I'd be alive today if I hadn't changed and went into ketogenic living.
Yeah, I think that's my story too, because I originally started off at 293 pounds with type 2 diabetes. Yeah. And I've 3.5 years in, I'm down to 100, just over 170 now, and no more type 2 diabetes. And one of the main reasons I did it is some very good friends of mine dropped dead, a very similar age to me. They got very badly overweight, and their hearts just stopped beating. So I knew I was going to be next, which is the reason why I had a very strong why to do it. Yeah, talking about the perfection side of things on carnivore, I was having this discussion with another YouTuber, a friend of mine here in the UK this afternoon, and we were talking about coffee and various other things of that. But I mean, the scientific definition of hyper carnivore is anybody who, or any being, that consumes more than 70% of their energy
absolutely
in animal-based foods. So I think there has been this, people are far too precious about what constitutes carnivore and what doesn't. But I think that any of us who are in the 70% plus low-carb keto space and who are profess to liking meat, I think we can all safely call ourselves hyper carnivores. You know, is there any such thing as 100% carnivore? I don't know. But there we go.
I don't worry about it. And it's funny. Ironically, you said you were 293 pounds. That's how much I weighed when I was born. Isn't that a coincidence? 293 pounds and 6 ounces. That's it. So, you know, hey, no, really. I don't have time for that. This message is too important. It's a human being thing. Human beings across the board want to segregate and rank themselves. That's just how it works. That's how human beings are. You know, I'm this, you're that, I'm better than you. And this message is too important. People's lives and health are on the line. I don't care to argue about silly things like, you know, I like a little bit of pepper and onions in my ground beef or things like that. You know, I just don't. And you know, in my evangelist, I consider myself a ketogenic evangelist. I mean, that's how I sell myself on YouTube. You know, I just want people to get healthy and get better. And I want people to know that there's a way out and give them hope and let them find their own way. Because at the end of the day, most people aren't going to be lion diet. They're just not. And in my experience as an evangelist, I got a lot of hard no's when I started talking about carnivore diet. People just aren't going to, they think it's crazy, they think it's wacko. I did too when I started. I haven't been doing this long enough that I've forgotten how utterly and completely crazy it sounds. And so I give people grace that way, and I present myself as ketogenic and then kind of groom people and get them interested in lowering their carbs and that. And then I hit them in the head with the ribeye bone.
Well, actually, that's a good pause. So I'm getting right in there. Did you see that? I didn't even put my hand up. I'll maybe get chucked out of church in a minute. But there is some questions and some thoughts that I think we could put in, because you have told your story, Russ, but also it'd be great to hear about your weight loss and what health improvements that you've had so far from Papa Carnivore.
Yeah, shout out to my man Pete. That's everybody's favorite guy there. That's my guy. Met him at a meetup down in Tampa this year, last year. I can't remember. I smoke a lot of bad weed, man. My mind. So, you know, like I said, it's you know, I don't think it's that great a story, but I'm happy to share. But I've lost 60 pounds, kept it off. It's the first time in my life, that I've not gained weight. And, when you get to a certain place, a certain size, I mean, my highest weight that I know of was 548 pounds. And, there's, I think people maybe who have been in the 500-pound club or north of that know the joy of not gaining weight. It's like you get to a point where you're like, okay, I don't care that much if I lose the weight. Can I just stop finding the weight? And so, and like I said, this thing is easier for some people. And I encourage people, run your own race. Don't look to the right or the left. It's easy to be discouraged when you see people losing more weight than you're losing or doing better than you are doing or whatever the case may be. But focus on your life. I'm not trying to out keto or out carnivore anybody, but I've gotten my life back. I mean, I couldn't stand long enough to shave. I could never, and I mean never have gone to these meetups, 2 years ago. I couldn't. I hadn't been in a grocery store in 7 years, before October of 2023, I think it was. Because, I could barely make it from the car to the parking lot. I mean, my entire life was centered around how long is the walk, Now it's centered more around how many stairs are there. But, so to get that part of your life back, to some people, and I get the snipey comments, and it's part of being on YouTube. Oh, you're not taking this seriously, and it's all a joke to you, which is, yeah, guilty as charged in many ways. But bottom line is, it's for some people it seems to come easier than others. But you keep fighting. You just wake up every day, and fight your fight.
Absolutely, yeah. So you call it the Tuesday evening show, the Keto Cookout. So do you like cooking? Is it something you do quite a lot of? What's your favorite meat? Do you like barbecuing, smoking? How do you do it?
You clearly have not seen the channel, sir. No, sir. I don't like cooking. Listen, the only reason I go in the kitchen is because that's where the food is. Okay. I mean, really, they should put yellow tape around it. It's a crime scene. I should be under a jail for what I do to meat. It's just, it's terrible. I keep myself alive, but I take no joy in it. I know a lot of people enjoy that. I have some cooking segments. It's funny. Two things I said I'd never do on the internet. Two things when I first started my channel, I would never cook and eat, and I will never exercise on camera. That will not happen. You ain't going to see me puffing and sweating on these YouTube streets, and you're not going to see feeding time at the zoo. Not on my channel. Now, I have, but people want to see what I'm eating, what I'm cooking, and I am a man of the people. So I did some cooking, although I don't eat on camera. I just cook, and people give me the most backhanded compliments. I haven't done anything in a while because I've made everything that I make. So now it would just be, oh, you want to see me make steaks again? You want to see me make ground beef again? What do you want to do? So, but basically it's heat and meat, and then it's time to eat. That's how I roll. And I get the compliment back in. I've been many places, people like, I watched your cooking. It's wonderful. I thought I was a terrible cook, but I saw you, and I'm not so bad. So, hey, whatever I can do, I'm good for people's self-esteem. Again, so people, try to give the people what they want, but no, I don't like to cook. The keto cookout. What I like is cookouts. See what I did there? I don't like cooking. It's not keto cooking. It's the keto cookout. Okay, so I like to go to the cookout, and the only thing I can make is a plate.
Well, speaking of, you give the people what they like. We have had some requests of what the people like, and it's Pete again, Papa Carnivore.
Yes.
Can you sing us a song? Maybe some Motown.
Yes, people love when I sing. They like the reverend, and they love the song. I'm everybody's clown. But see, you said some Motown. I hate when people I like it when people give me a song, like sing this song, see, because it's too much thinking. And You know, I'm a lot dumber than I look. So, you know,
We'll come back. We'll let them put their comments.
I think we can do, I know you want to leave, but I refuse to let you go. If I had to beg, plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg, sweet darling. Please don't leave me, girl, don't you go. Ain't too proud to plead, baby, baby. Please don't leave me, girl, don't you go. There you go. That's some Temptation.
That's brilliant. I think we are missing a trick here, because, as we know, the Bishop John likes to actually do his own songs every now and again, which he records.
Yeah.
And he used to do a duet with Christy from Meeting Wellness as well. I think there is a trio there which is going to be as good as the 3 Degrees, or as I think there is an opportunity here for actually to get a Carnivore #1 in the hit chart. So I'm going to let you and John actually work that one out,
and then Stephanie and George and Lane, you could be the beboppers in the background.
Yes, definitely. My game is good here. See, yes.
Yeah, it's true. I can actually vouch for that fact, because at the British meetup we did have a dance for all in the evening, and Lainey and Steph were up there. In fact, there was only 3 of them at one point, which was Lauren Tucker, Lainey, and Steph, and it was a sight to behold. It was a sight to gladden an old man's heart. So there we go. That was great fun. Yeah, I mean, Carnivore has to be fun, really, doesn't it? And I find a lot of these conferences are a little bit dry, where you just sit and listen all day long. But we like to actually get a chance to eat, have a party, and dance afterwards. So we do take it seriously in the mornings. We do have the conference in the mornings. We do have a couple of speakers, but we make sure that after lunch, then we're basically socializing, because it is all about community at the end of the day. So that's really good. And talking about sort of socializing and dancing, it was Steph's birthday yesterday, so I think we should give her a chance to tell us how she celebrated it.
Well, I just wanted to say the Great British Meetup was the opposite of dry. I think it's the place to go if you like it juicy. And I believe George has put the date for June, for those juicy June Carnivore Meetup for those in the UK. And yesterday I was celebrating my birthday. I was out with my sister on Friday night. Now, I'm a homebody. I love being in my house.
Yeah,
that to me is celebration enough.
Yeah.
But this weekend, Friday night, I was out at a party. And then Saturday, the whole day, next month, I'm doing a charity fashion show to raise money for an ovarian cancer foundation. Now, I know a lot of us are not into cancer research in terms of the science, because typically it's not about healthy healing. But we're raising funds for a charity that helps women with information about ovarian cancer, and also helps them after they get their diagnosis decide what to do. And so I was happy to be part of that and raise money for them. And the exciting part about it is we get to be models. And yesterday, I'm out in it's not the country, but it's provincial. It's a little city out of the big smoke. And so on Saturday, I was in London in the big smoke with my sister for this fashion show, where they had us all meet up, and we went to John Lewis, which is a big department store in the centre of London on Oxford Street. And we went there, and we all went to the private shopping rooms, and the stylists went out and chose what they thought we should wear. And we had one evening wear and one day wear. And I was so excited with mine, because they send your measurements in advance and a picture and tell them a bit about the person. You know, they already had a little bit of information about me and a photo and stuff. Anyway, they'd chosen this red Jessica Rabbit dress. Basically, it drops to the floor. It's like red satin. And as soon as you do it up, everything comes in like an hourglass. I could hardly recognize myself. But it just made me think, thank goodness for Carnivore, because previous to this, I would have been dreading that day, dreading whatever they were going to put me in. Nothing was going to look good. Everything was going to be sticking out in all the wrong places. Now it's all sticking out in the right places. So, so it was a very good birthday. And I came home to flowers, you know. So it's just been fabulous. I've enjoyed it. And the best thing about my birthday, as well as I'm one of the youngest here today, ladies and gentlemen. And that will never change because John just turned 60 a few weeks ago. George is turning 60 in a little while. So Lainey and I, possibly you, Russ, are just the youngsters in this classroom or in this congregation.
I'm older than George.
I'm 93, so I think I got I look good for 93. I got a little gray, but you know, I'll be 56 here next week sometime. I'm not sure what day. My birthday's in September. Yep.
Two birthdays next week then. Okay. We should have had a big celebration here.
Russ, tell me, is your birthday before September the 23rd?
Yeah, September 4th.
That's I'm September 2nd. So that's you, me, and Steph. We're all Virgos together, which is very good considering that we've taken holy orders. And can I just point out that Sister Stephanie was talking most unlike somebody who's taken holy orders in the description of her red dress there. So I think she just calls a ride in the monastery.
Came home from showers, so hey, you know, it sounds like there was maybe a little some other romantic things going on there. I ain't know that.
You never know. Right. Anyway, so talking about age.
Well, if Russ is coming over for the meetup, you never know.
Look, no. We get you flued out, baby. That's how we do that. You coming to America, and I do know. So how about that?
I'm getting ready on the mic. I'm doing my little twirling.
You gotta excuse us for a minute here. We need the room. We need.
It sounds like you need to go get a room, Russ.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm just here to tell you.
Yeah, I can see this church service is not turning out exactly as we would expect the Right Reverend I.B. Lycarbin today. But there we go.
We'll be laying hands and anointing with oils.
That reminds me of something I saw. Now, this is going on a diversion, but I was sent a clip. My friends went to Jamaica, and there's many famous rivers, but on one of these famous rivers, they give out massages on the side. Now, the massages were such that I wanted to grab my coat and just get the next plane out. But let's get back to meat. I'm handing back to you, George, to get some order in this game.
I was going to say, I think it's that's our Mother Superior.
My voice getting shaky, I must admit. Voice getting shaky.
Yeah. Anyway, so
calm down.
This is totally unscripted.
Now you know why people don't invite me anywhere, George. Now you figure out why they are. Nobody wants me on the channel. I had to start my own. That's
always a good way of doing it. And I will be relaunching my own fairly well. I do have a channel, but it's pretty unprofessional. But I will be relaunching it fairly shortly. With age, because as we know, most of us come to this through desperation in our 50s quite often. We've got a few 40-year-olds, but we've got very, very few teenagers out there who are YouTubers and carnivore influencers in their own right. I would like to take this opportunity to flag up the most fabulous young lady from South Carolina. And I know that Steph is going to agree with me because Steph did a sneaky interview with her today, which suddenly appeared about 2 hours ago, which she gave nobody any warning of. And this young lady is actually called Alia English. She's from South Carolina. She's a farm girl and she's got her own horses. And she is on the Kilt Carnivore course with us. She's written her own book, The Carnivore Diet for Teens. She has her own YouTube channel, which is Alia, AALIYAH _ carnivore. She's 16 years of age and she is absolutely incredible. She's a really good interviewer and she's kind of adopted me. I think she's got something called the 9 o'clock Monday meetup. So Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock in the morning. And we've already done one together, which we did as a sort of pilot 2 weeks ago before I cleared off to America. But tomorrow we are having the 9 a.m. Monday meetup Eastern Standard Time. She has asked me to, for the foreseeable future, to co-host it together. So it's going to be a real Beauty and the Beast show, as in the young Southern Belle and the older English gent, shall we say. And tomorrow she's organised a scoop, because the young lady sat next to me is actually going to tell her story for the first ever time on YouTube. Lainey's story, Mother Superior's story, is one of cancer, and just as Steph's is, and coming through into remission and going from cancer surviving to cancer thriving by using the carnivore diet. So yeah, please everybody go out and find Alia_the_English. Go and subscribe to her channel, because she's only got a few hundred at the moment, but she's a young lady going places. She's becoming a great influencer in her own right. And yes, Steph, you actually did the interview with her today, which I've only had a chance to watch half. What do you think of Alia's skills? Isn't she just wonderful?
Oh, she's absolutely incredible. It's just mind-blowing, isn't it? Because some of us are just getting it together at 50-something, very young, and others are just still teenagers, and they've already got it together. They've got that confidence. And we did that panel, remember, with Diane Ladd, Boston Carnivore, and on that, Diane and Alia were both saying when they go into a restaurant, they're quite strict with what they order, how they order it. No seed oils, just put the butter. And I thought, to have that at such a young age, Alia as well. She's just 16. She knows how to ask what she wants. Whereas me at 50 odd, sometimes I just have the burger and leave the other things aside because I didn't ask exactly how I wanted it. So yes, hats off to Alia.
Absolutely. Yeah, so it's I'll be on with Alia tomorrow, which is going to be great fun. We're going to have quite a few people, I think, coming in and joining us from the KMT. So Monday mornings, 9 o'clock going forward. That's going to be great fun. Right. So have we got any more questions anywhere, Steph? Or any more comments? Are we going to give a shout out to some of the people?
Yes, we have. We have got questions. We have got comments. People are enjoying this, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Rick said this was earlier and this was not during the singing, just so you know. I am laughing so hard I might have a heart attack. Terry Sue said, I love Russ, such a good man. Get in the queue, Terry. There's a queue formed. Wait your turn.
Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you.
Papa Carnivore said he's not sure what he's doing. Whether he's having a heart attack, pooping his pants because he can't, because he's laughing so hard.
He just likes to do that. He's got a problem. Pray for him, everybody. Just pray for Pete. Just pray for Pete. That's all we can do at this point. It's in God's hands.
And let's wish happy birthday to Cranky Carnivore.
Right.
I think there's a lot of us could get that name. Cranky Carnivore Cutler. Yeah. 66 years today, and feel better mentally and physically than I have in over 40 years.
That's my guy there. He lurks in the chat there. He's a regular on the Tuesday night.
Don't you love these handles we've all assumed over the years, the different names, Cranky Carnivore?
Yeah, can I just point out that one? I forgot to introduce earlier that Lainey has now just started her own channel. And she has chosen the handle Carnivore Lamsie, Lambsie. So she's Carnivore Lamsie. So you can go and find her.
Only because I like lamb.
Good for you. It's amazing meat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and can I just point out the irony that Rick says that he's thinks he's going to have a heart attack because Russ has come on here. And it would be absolutely ironic if after 41 years of trying to give himself a heart attack through Heart Attack Chicken, he was actually to suffer the heart attack due to Sunday School Carnivore.
He'll get one.
That would be kind of an inverted compliment to us, really, wouldn't it? When
Rick will absolutely get a heart attack at the age of 120. He's going to have one.
No, he's going to die at the hands of angry waterfowl.
Angry ducks, right. They're all going to peck his face off.
Yes, that's right. He is the number one most wanted by waterfowl and reptile.
I think they love him, though, because he feeds them.
No, they don't. I've spoken to their representative.
Oh, have you? Okay.
They don't love him. wanted for war crimes against in the killing fields of Miami. They got it in for him.
Yeah.
Right. I think one question that I don't feel has been appropriately answered yet. Oh, sorry. We'll just do this comment and then I'll talk about the question. So Papa C. Pete says, meetups are the best. I met John first at a restaurant in the town we live in, then at a meetup the next day, and met Russ at a meetup at Dr. Kiltz's house. We've had this name drop before, have we not?
Yes.
Kiltz's house in Sarasota, Florida, I'm guessing.
Just wait for my name drop in a minute, Steph. You're going to love it.
Okay. And the question, maybe you want to come back to this, George, you decide. The question I was going to ask is, could Russ talk to us about some of the other benefits that he's had health-wise from carnivore? Because he mentioned the weight loss, but he hasn't mentioned anything else. So I'm quite curious.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. You carry on, Russ.
Sure. My blood work is, blood work, huge improvements there. My last blood test, it's probably been I don't know, close to maybe 8 or 9 months now since I did my last blood test. And I've kind of stopped doing them. I did 3 and they were just going the right way. But my fasting insulin went from 23 to 15. My AST and LT numbers went from 27 and 29 down to 13 and 14. My A1C at last check was 4.8. So yeah, the blood work, and that's where your health is. People get caught up on things. Your health is not on the scale. Your health is not in the mirror. Your health is in your blood. So, that's what I focused on. And so, yeah, my blood work has improved so much and you feel better, obviously. And, as I said, the other parts are, just getting your life back.
Yeah, that's very true. Anyway, so it's over halfway now, and I don't know whether any of you actually missed me last week, but I couldn't actually make Sunday School Carnivore. No, there's lots
We
of
didn't even know you
shaking
were gone, George. I mean,
but believe it or not, I wasn't actually here last week because how can I explain this? I accidentally ended up in Wyoming, of all places, from here in southwest England. So yeah, the story behind that is that it was due to be the Rendezvous City Beef Roundup last weekend in Wyoming, in Riverton, but unfortunately, due to some pretty sad personal circumstances, that the host Tyler was unable to actually go ahead with it. However, I had already bought the tickets, and I'd got my mindset around it. So. Sorry, my darling wife lady had got Mother Superior got the tickets. Yeah, so I basically said, well, come on inside if I got the tickets, and obviously you're going to have a weekend where you were expecting to do something. And I said, do you fancy just coming over and I would like to learn about the cattle business over in the States. So he said, that's a brilliant idea, George, come on over and we'll go and be cowboys for a few days, which is exactly what we did. So I spent 4 days in Wyoming. We ate so much steak, it was unbelievable. We went to Yellowstone Park. Yeah, there was another couple of carnivores came along too for the same reason, because they had planned to go to Riverton. So we just had an absolutely wonderful time with it. We really did. Now, I've got quite a funny story to tell about church, actually, because obviously in a cowboy town, church is kind of an important thing on Sunday. So I did indeed go to church on the Sunday with Mrs. McCann, Angela Hancock McCann, who is training to be a pastor, Dr. Musa from Kenya. And he turned up and was introduced to me. And I said, this is my first time here as well, Dr. Musa, because I'm from England. He said, oh, okay. So I've come all the way halfway around the world from Kenya to be here. He said, whereabouts in England are you? I said, oh, Bridgewater in Somerset. He said, oh, okay. He said, I used to have the church in Weston-super-Mare, which is the church right next door to Bridgewater. So I think we both got the irony that both of us have flown hard. We could have met each other a couple of years ago, just by me jumping on the train to the next station. But that was a great story. But Wyoming was great, and it's not the end of the beef roundup, because there have been 5 successful ones before, and it will be happening again this time next year. We went and had a look around the Fremont Centre where it will be happening. We were joined by another couple of carnivores who will be on the committee next year, including the chef Victor. And yeah, it's going to go ahead next year. I'm hoping that I can lead a UK delegation across there, because Mother Superior here has announced today that come what may, we are definitely going. There is no question about that. And also, and anybody from the States who's in the congregation tonight, Riverton is very easy to get to. It's a quick hop from Denver or wherever you're coming from in the States. The Riverton International Airport is only 10 minutes out of town, and there is very good accommodation, ranging from motels up to casino type affairs and the Holiday Inn, etc. So just a quick heads up, put it in your diary for a year's time. The beef roundup will be happening again. Anyway, so one person who has been a bit quiet tonight is the bishop, John. John, have you got anything to report on the last week? Have you anything important you would like to talk
about? Not really. I've been waiting to come on to hear your story, to hear about your trip. And I've been following you on Facebook and looking at your pictures. You were in my country, very far away, but I've never been to Wyoming. I've always wanted to go. It's when I'm a teacher, I'm a retired teacher, and when I used to teach, I used to tell the kids there's more cattle than people in Wyoming. It has all the beautiful national parks. So, you got to see a place I never even saw. So I was just kind of anxious to come on, hear about your trip, but nothing exciting in my week. Just eating meat, eating lamb, eating beef and pork and eggs, and being happy with my food. I love my food. I do. I'm happy with it. And it takes away all the cravings. So
absolutely,
that's why I'm
here.
So
to go back to the Wyoming trip, now you sort of jogged my memory of it. There's a couple of things I'd like to point out. One of them is that we went to a little town called Dubois, or Dubois, if you speak French, and we had breakfast in the Cowboy Cafe. And boy, what a cafe that was! It was straight out of a John Wayne Western movie. And I had elk sausage and fried eggs fried in butter for my breakfast. And that was really, really quite memorable, to say the least. And that was on our way to Yellowstone Park. And we saw the herds of buffalo. We saw a bull elk. We saw mule deer, white-tailed deer. What we didn't see was a bear, which is a bit disappointing, because we were expecting to come across something called bear jam, which I thought was something you might put on a toast. But apparently, it's a traffic jam, which is caused by a bear when everybody wants to stop and have a look. So, yeah. It was a truly great, very memorable thing. And you just set yourself up there nicely, John. You said you've never been to Wyoming, you would like to go. So I expect to see that next year, Headmaster. So that's
all right.
Now, really,
get the plane ticket going.
Well, go on, John. Were you going to reply?
Yeah, just sharing what I shared.
Okay, brilliant. I've muscled my way in there, in the tiny gap. I wanted to call out some of the commenters, especially one, because Simpson has subscribed to my channel. So thank you for that. And do also like this video and subscribe. I put all the links in the comments to subscribe to John, the Carnivore Teacher, here on YouTube. George, good enough. I put Laney's links in there as well. Carnivore Lamsey, and also, of course, for more music and more fun, Russ at the Homesick Buckeye as well. So let's make sure we're following each other. And also, we have had Aaron who's joined us, and he says, I reversed my mum's sugar. Best gems are found on YouTube from, yes, all the doctors, Chafee, Bart K, Dr. Kerry, Sean Baker, and his mum's so good now, and he wants to help his community. He's based in India. Terry says, Aaron, maybe you could be here on one Sunday to share your story. Of course, we would love that. So yeah, just get in touch, or we can get in touch with you. But on all of our channels, in the About page, you'll find that there is an email So you can email one of us and ask. I'm the school secretary, so I usually set up these meetings, but email anyone, they will forward it on to me. Okay.
Okay, so that, again, you've just raised a couple of points, Steph. I was going to do a bit of name dropping earlier, because when I'm over in Wyoming, I sat at the breakfast table, sort of minding my own business, and Tyler got a phone call, which was a video call, and he shoved the phone in my hands, and I, oh, hello, who's this? It was Dr. Kilks calling to check up on me, because it was originally Dr. Kilks who sent me to Wyoming. So he wanted to make sure that I got there and was behaving. He was everything I expected. We had a good 20-minute chat, and that was wonderful. And he was actually diverted to go to Ohio for obvious reasons, and he was phoning from Ohio and just checking out that I got there and that we're having a good time. And the other person I want to flag up is a young lady called Angela Lero. Now, she has got quite a story of recovering from Lyme disease, amongst other things. And she's been on YouTube quite a lot with Dr. Kilks in his own kitchen, I think, and also with Dr. Chafee. And I'm very pleased to say that Angela has expressed a wish to come on to Sunday School Carnivore in the future. I'm in contact with her on Facebook, so I keep on meaning to tell you, Steph, to try and find a space for her. Perhaps we can do that in the not too distant future. I think we're fairly well booked up till Christmas, but
just ask her to message me or email, and I'll get her in.
I will do. That's no problems at all. So anyway, Russ, going back to you, who is the inspiration for the Reverend IB Low Carbon? Was it somebody from your youth, or was it somebody that you decided to become?
It's easier to say maybe who wasn't the inspiration. It's just a vanilla garden variety preacher. I grew up in the church and my whole life, and so I always, I'm not really a religious person that way, but I've always found it interesting how preachers and orators command, respect, or they just get people's attention by just how they enunciate and how they do things. And it's like you don't have to be saying anything or doing anything important. It just draws people. I mean, it's like, you can be talking about nothing, absolutely nothing. I mean, just meaningless, just saying the word over and over and over again, and then you play the imaginary piano, and you do this and you do that, and you say absolutely nothing. Come on, somebody. And when you say nothing, you do nothing, you mean nothing, but yet still people are enthralled. They're captured by your cadence and by your enunciation as you say nothing, absolutely nothing. And it's just, I've always just found it interesting how that works. And so, again, in my way of spreading the message and my brand of evangelism, it's going to be silly, it's going to be funny. And so I just thought, get people's attention by saying things in a certain way. It makes people pay attention to you, so you can just we're powered by protein, and we're fueled by fat, and we're filled with ketogenic energy and spirit as we go through this sugar-sick world looking to save the sugar-sick soul. Can I get a witness today? How many know that keto has raised you up, has lifted you? You're off the medications, no more operations. We got a message that'll heal this nation. Come on, somebody. Get on keto today. You'll have a new story to tell when you're feeling well. Amen. And
hallelujah, brother. Anyway, so that's good news, folks, because we did actually get the Reverend IB Low Carbon on to deliver the sermon tonight, and he just delivered the sermon, the ketogenic sermon.
I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people.
Do you know what, George? We think we're just sitting here, but according to the comments, we are skipping. We are skipping.
Are we?
Yeah, I've heard some. I've heard a little bit of skipping, not too much, but you're muted, John.
I've heard it a little bit on Russ, but just a tiny bit. Everybody else is fine, so I don't know. Maybe we don't hear it because we're in the show. Maybe the general public's hearing. I'm going to pull up YouTube right now and see the live stream and see if it's skipping there. That's weird. Let's see.
Yeah. Yes, they're all saying the same. I've told them we're not skipping. It must be you. It must be you. But no.
Oh, it is strict. Yeah. It is skipping. I just pulled up the YouTube. It's really bad.
Oh.
Here. No, can you hear it?
Yeah. We can hear it skipping.
So I don't. That's pretty weird. I don't know what's causing it.
Hopefully it'll just resolve. We've got 10 minutes left of skipping.
Has it been throughout the broadcast, or was it only?
Yeah, Rick,
recently?
tell us if it's been through the whole, because he says he's tried to switch computers. It's not on your end, Rick. I thought maybe it was. We don't hear it, but darn it. I think everybody else
hears it. StreamYard thing, I'm sure. StreamYard has complications there. Because I've not heard very little skipping, only from George, but I'm in the room, so.
Yeah, but it's pretty bad when you pull up. If you go into a browser and pull it up, like you heard it, did you hear it when I put it on the microphone?
Yeah,
it's not good. Darn it. Sometimes things are out of our control.
Yes.
Very true.
I guess we could go out of this and come back in, but
No.
we'll lose people.
Nancy says, y'all are good enough. We don't care.
That's lovely from Nancy. She's one of our classmates, so she's backing us up, which is really good. So anyway, Russ, quick important question: are you back with us for the keto cookout on?
Absolutely,
Tuesday?
we will be back to our tomfoolery and shenanigans on Tuesday. I can't remember whether it's Laura or Rick. I think it's Rick. This week.
Okay.
Laura and Rick alternate. Although we have a link in the chat. Anybody can come in if they want to. I expect to see all of you there at some time soon. I expect to see. I'm not sure what time it is where you're at, but I think John's here in Florida somewhere. So hopefully you'll make an appearance and pop in and say hey. I leave the door open, so anything is liable to wander in.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you the reason I ask why it's important to me, Rick. Because, Russ. Because basically, it's I've given up the day job, and I'm devoting my time to being a full-time carnivore, basically. At home, and I'm sort of I've got a few skills I can use to try and make a living on the computer. Yep. But I've realised that basically most of the good stuff happens after midnight, my time, which is British summer time, because I'm 5 hours ahead of you. So what I've done is I'm changing my body clock round to Eastern Standard Time. So I'm becoming following that clock, which means that my day is now from 09:30 in the morning until 0300 hours British summer time. So probably for the first time ever, you are going to see me in the live chat on Tuesday.
I love it. The more the merrier, man.
Tuesday.
So it's all about just come on and have a little fun with us. If you want to come on the stream, come on the stream. If you don't.
I will indeed. Yeah, if you send me the link at some stage, I will definitely come on because I'm not.
Like I said, the link is in the chat, so I don't have to send it to anybody. I put it in the chat, so anybody can click on it and come in. Nobody needs an invitation. If you would like, if you would especially like one, I could probably work that out for you.
If I can find it in the chat, I'll just press on that and see what happens. But
yep, exactly.
The last time I did that, then I can't remember who it was. I think Steph was on the live with me, and Diane kept me in the studio on backstage for about 10 minutes. But anyway, we'll see what happens.
It'd be a minute or two at most. If I'm in the middle of a sentence or something, or we're in the middle of something. But no, there's no wait.
Yeah, that's fine. I was only joking. Of course.
Stay for 5 minutes. Stay for the whole time. Whatever. That's the beauty of the keto cookout. I don't know. It's not planned. It's not scripted. We don't have any topic. It's just fun, and whoever shows up. We don't know who's going to show up or how it's going to go. That's part of the fun of the show. It's all spontaneous, and it's just fun.
Yeah, when I had the day job, it used to be the first thing I watched on was it Wednesday morning? I think it must have been when I went to work. but thankfully those days are gone. For the moment, I might have to go back to actually earn an honest living eventually, but that won't be for a couple of months at least, because as I said, I'm 60 on Tuesday and I do get a small army pension then, so which will keep me afloat for a couple of months. And I'll see if I can find another way of making a living using the computer. Okay, so right, we've got about 5 minutes to go. At this point is when I hand I go around the panel and everybody gets a chance to talk about their channels, how we can get a hold of them. So tonight we're going to do an unusual one. We're going to start with Mother Superior, Lainey, who has just started her own channel. So Lainey, do you want to tell your story about what it's all about and how to get a hold of your channel?
I'm Lainey Good Enough at Carnivore Lamsey. I'm not used to this. Carnivore Lamsey on YouTube. George's wife, obviously. I've been telling my story, cancer story, and my fight through that same stuff. So lovely to meet you all. I'm a bit shy, so bye.
Absolutely. She's sending a story on Ali's channel.
I decorated while he was away.
Yeah.
It was orangey red and now it's blue.
Yeah, so exactly. I hadn't even noticed, to be perfectly honest with you. There we go. Anyway, so over to Sister Steph. Sister Steph, you want to give a quick précis on your story?
Sister Stephanie, I nearly said, but yeah, let's call you that. Let's go with it. And I do Happy Sexy Health, Still Sexy, with my sister Nikki, and we help people reverse type 2 diabetes in 21 days. We've got a YouTube channel, Happy Sexy Health, and you can find us in all the other places, Instagram, LinkedIn, and wherever, at Happy Sexy Health. And my full title is Stephanie Taylor, and if you... Thank you, and over to, is it Russ now? No, is it John?
Yes. No, we'll go to Russ. We'll save the headmaster until second last. So I'll go last.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Russ Mitchell, Homesick Buckeye. I love that name, George Good Enough. I love that. You know, it doesn't have the same ring as George Mediocre or George. George, George Good Enough. I love that. That'll be on my epitaph probably. Russ, but he was good enough. But anyway, man, listen. My channel is Homesick Buckeye. I do the Keto Cookout every Tuesday night, 8:30 Eastern Time. Just a fun, open, fun live stream for the community there. We sing songs, we do silly things. On my channel, I used to do a lot more, but just time and life gets in the way. So I do the live show every Tuesday night, and I do videos here and there, Reverend videos and other things as time allows and as the spirit hits me. But the main thing is just Tuesday nights, 8:30. Come in, have some fun, get some laughs, catch it on the replay. Hopefully just make you laugh and smile and spread this message, life-changing, life-saving message to the world.
Amen, brother. Amen. So over to John, the boss, the principal, or the headmaster, or the bishop, as he is tonight. Do you want to tell us your quick story?
All I know is I love it when you host, because you give us all these titles and names, and I just think they're hilarious. You have a talent for this, let me tell you. Because when I host, I'm just like, "Hello, I'm John, and we have guests." And all right, I hope I could do it justice. So I'm the Carnivore Teacher. I'm John. I put out a teaching video that's about 5 to 7 minutes every single day about the carnivore diet, and just so many topics out there. People send me requests and say, please do some research and talk about this. And that's where I get my ideas. So if you go to my YouTube channel, Carnivore Teacher, you'll see one every single day. I also interview people. I just finished interviewing Dr. Anthony Chafee. That's on my channel and on his channel. I interviewed Dr. Kills. I interviewed you, George. These amazing people, they come to me, a lot of them, and say, I'm doing one this Wednesday. So I'm really excited to hear the stories of how a carnivore has healed people, because that's what sells. That's what motivates people when they hear something in somebody else's story. I love the stories, like the Dave Mack stories. So I also push those videos to Twitter and Instagram and all the social media sites. You can find me there as well, and I come on here every Sunday with you fine folks. So I'm very happy to pay it forward and share this simple message of just eat what we're supposed to eat and the body will take care of itself.
Absolutely.
And
Okay, so the school bell is about to ring, but I'm just going to run over for maybe 30 seconds. My name is George Goodenough. My channel is George Goodenough 823, because as Russ pointed out, my name is so distinctive that I don't really feel the need to give myself another name. So you'll find me on there. At the moment, I use it as a news broadcasting about the meetups. I don't do interviews as yet. However, I am about to start learning StreamYard, thumbnails, and editing. I've got a couple of people who are talking about teaching me that. So that once I get this course out of the way that I'm doing with Dr. Kilts, that will be my next main thing to become a better YouTuber. Talking of the course, we have just been buddied up with people to actually Steph's sister, Nikki. So that's quite a fortunate thing, really, because I know that Nikki knows exactly what she's doing. So she's going to babysit me through the through that process. I'm very active on Facebook these days. Again, my name is George Goodenough. There are one or two of us out there, but I usually come up first, and I've got the distinctive cap, because I always wear a cap, because otherwise my head is far too shiny. Yes, exactly, Sean. You and Dr. Nelson, all of us. So there we go. So yeah, come find me on Facebook, because I'm at the moment telling in magazine form my trip to Wyoming with all the photographs. I didn't really get any video footage, so Facebook is the best place to photo channel in October. I've got a few guests lined up. Myself and Tyler McCann from Wyoming will be doing a regular one, but there will be plenty of others as well. I'm not on Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok, any of those others. I am on a couple of WhatsApp groups. And my mantra is Carnivore is fun, which is why I've so much enjoyed having Russ on tonight, and why I so much enjoy interviewing people like Rick as well, because we do keep it fun, because fun is the essence of life. Stories are the essence of life. Right, the school bell has gone. I overrun by a minute, so I will be in detention. However, having said that, I'm going to pass back to Sister Stephanie.
Well, thanks for joining us. Before you go, hit the like button to show YouTube that you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe to us all, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.
See
see you later. Thanks for joining.